Hey everybody, it's X. Welcome back to me grinding Momir's Madness forever. Because the amount of gold you get on random daily wins, plus the amount of gold you get from winning however few or many you do in Momir's, makes it so that, like, Momir's is really cheap to play and you get a bunch of random rares and stuff for winning, so... Not only is it fun and ridiculous, I think it's actually a good way to try and expand your collection of random rares and stuff. Because, yeah, last Momir run I got a Profane Procession and a Direfleet Daredevil. Direfleet Daredevil, like, definitely sees play, and Profane Procession, like, could. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, let's hop back into the Momir. Momir, for anyone who doesn't know what the heck is going on here, we are spending X mana and discarding a card to get a random creature that costs X mana onto our board. We are basically spinning the wheel and seeing what happens. My opponent decided to play a 1-mana card, but not a 2-mana card. And I am going to start at 2 mana. We got a Pathwall Adept. That is probably one of the best 2-drops. I say that's probably one of the best a lot in Momir, so I think that there's just a lot more good cards than than I remember, but this seems really good in Momir. That's all I'm trying to say. These games, obviously, because both of us are doing nothing but playing creatures, and we're doing it almost every turn, these games will often end based mostly off of evasive creatures. So this being able to make anything unblockable is super, super good. And my second creature is also very good. It's flying, which, again, is a form of evasion. It's a way to get around a massive field of ground creatures. So my opponent got a really good 3-drop as well. Again, going off that rule of anything that can get around a giant horde of creatures is going to be a good card. So stuff with flying, stuff that gives other stuff flying, is sweet. And this is both of that. So opponent got Grand Warlord Rada, so I will probably just lose this game basically immediately. Because next turn, they play their land, then they have 5 mana, they attack with all 3 of their creatures, and then they have 8 mana. They get to play an 8 mana card next turn. So I just need to make sure that I have enough creatures sitting here to block and kill the Rada. That way they can only do it once. So I'm obviously going to block their 1/3 flyer with my lifelinking flyer, just to mitigate the damage here. See, that way I'm only taking 2, basically. Go ahead and play this forest and discard another forest. Hopefully I get a flyer here, so I can kill that Rada, because if I let my opponent get a bunch of mana more than once, there's almost nothing that's going to get me out of that. Oh my god, that was super lucky. So we got a flying Death Touch Hexproof, so they can't even luck into something that'll kill it. Super nice. I'm actually gonna just attack them with the Lifelinker here, because it's not actually gonna be doing any productive blocking. It's just gonna block 1 damage. So might as well hit them for 2. Instead, I am definitely killing Rada here. If I were my opponent, I would send in the 1/1 as well. I would give the 1/1 flying and send it in as well. That way I can't just block the 1/1 with the 1/3, because the odds that I'm not blocking this Rada with my Death Toucher is like 1% chance, you know? So I think probably the best play there would have been to give the 1/1 flying. That way these can get around that guy, and they can get the maximum amount of mana out of Rada's ability. But 2 mana is good as well. They get to play a 7 mana card, which is also massive. So let's see if it's going to just end the game early here. Or hopefully it's something subpar for 7. Alright, that could very well end the game right there. It is a 3/7 flyer. Luckily it isn't that aggressive, so I get to live a while, even if it does kill me from, like, card advantage. Oh, yes! Oh, we got Vona! Oh my god. Vona is very, very good. And I'm definitely going to use Vona to kill their flyer if they don't get anything better. One of the best things about Vona, if they don't happen to get anything good here, is that if I get their board low enough, like if the board was just their 1-3 and their 1-1, I could do the kind of thing where I can attack with it, and then before they block, like destroy whatever kind of blocker they have that could kill it. Oh man, they got a very good response to Vona. Looks like we're trading Vona off here. Wait, what? What? They're gonna let me keep Vona? That is a very surprising play from my opponent. That is also a very surprising play from my opponent, but I will take it. That means I can swing in with Vona here. Because I could swing in and kill their guy if I wanted to. I might not do that, though. I might just want to kill that Sphinx so they can stop drawing cards, but the only mana cost that really matters is if they make it to 9 mana, and they've already made it to 9 mana, so might just kill their 4/4 just so I can hit them. I'll just go ahead and play my 6 mana card here and see what it is. It's a flying creature. Interesting. I think in that case, I will go ahead and kill the Sphinx. Try to kill them with the flyer. So I take 5 damage next turn, which is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but my guy's got lifelink. And if they do that attack, I can kill whatever they have that would block. But then, I don't know, I'd go pretty low if I do that. Might just play this island and give Vona unblockable. We have 8 damage on the board. So thanks to the Adept's ability, if they don't kill me next turn, I can definitely kill them. So I think that I will... Yeah, let's do that. Let's make Vona unblockable. Next turn we'll do the same thing. Actually, how much? This is 9 power on the board right now. So I put them to 10. Or I can swing with both. If I swing with both, I go up to 8. They have 7 power of flying. Might have to kill that Fleet Swallower. I'm gonna do this. I probably should not have attacked with the flyer, which is what I was kind of think-tanking about there. So if they don't kill me next turn, I win. They can send 7 flying damage at me, I go to 1. Or I can pay 7, I go to 1 if I pay 7, that seems bad. I'm just going to end the turn. And they need anything that does any damage to me or gets rid of any of my creatures, and if they don't get that, if they just get some kind of massive creature that doesn't have haste, then I win. I think I win. Alright. So that's... Which one's going in the air? They're sending the 4/4 into the air. Oh, this guy can't block alone? That actually matters a lot here. Oh, what a sucky ability. So I guess I... Man, that sucks. If I don't have the pass wall... Man... I gotta block with both, then I can pass wall whichever one lives. Okay, yeah, this is the way that wins. It doesn't matter what they kill, because I can give all of my creatures unblockable. Actually, wait, no, it does matter what they kill, because I can only give 2 of my creatures unblockable. They've got 1 flyer. So, that worked out perfectly, the fact that they killed Vona. Actually, no, it didn't. It didn't matter. They're only at 6. I was looking at it upside down like an idiot. Thought they were at 9. Yeah, it didn't matter what they killed there. Because I had the mana to make 2 things unblockable. They were at 6. Okay, that was spooky. It's a lot of math. A lot of me being stupid. But we got there. Let's see what we got here. Gird for battle. Alright, so that's 1 win down. Man, that felt longer than that. That was an intense game. I've been playing a lot of Momir today. That felt like an eternity. Looks like I'm Sarkin now. Just kidding, I'm Teferi. So my opponent gets to play first. They're gonna go for the ramp out strategy. Nope. They are skipping 1. I will do the same thing. They're skipping 2 mana as well. I'm gonna go ahead and play a 2 mana. Got a Goblin Instigator. He's not very good. He has 2 blockers later for some kind of giant thing that doesn't have trample, so that's okay. That's all he's gonna do, though. Very unlikely I'll get to attack with these 1/1s. Territorial Hammerskull. Alright. I got a Emissary of Sunrise, which is pretty good. Lets me draw a card, so I can make it to higher mana costs. Alright, the Hammerskull is coming in. I do not have a good block for that. So we're taking that damage. At 4 mana we got a Dwarven Priest with 4 creatures on the field, so I mean that's cool. Could either do 2 to them or just make sure that the Hammerskull doesn't do anything. So I guess I'd rather make sure that they can't swing back at me now that they have a 4/2. I guess I could have hit them for 2 and they still wouldn't have attacked with the 4/2, but they could have sent in the Hammerskull again. Oh, we gotta get rid of that thing before they get before they get the City's Blessing, or that will be a very dangerous card. This when they have the City's Blessing, it just keeps getting bigger whenever one of their creatures dies. So that can get very scary very fast. Okay, we got a 4/4 with no abilities. My field is pretty not great. Opponent is going to be at 10 permanents now. So this Harpy is a really big problem. Oh dear. That guy, whenever it's dealt damage, their entire field gets a +1/+1 counter. It's going to be very, very scary. Alright, so taking 3 in the air. Set down another mountain here. Oh my god, Riddlemaster Sphinx is so good. So it's a 5/5 flyer and you just get to destroy anything. basically. Just return a creature to its opponent's, or its controller's hand. But when you return a creature token to hand, it just dies. So we got to get rid of that Harpy, which is exactly what I wanted. So that was pretty sick. And not only did I get to get rid of that, I got my own flyer, which is awesome. Alright, well, they got a pretty sick response to my flyer, which is, hey, that's a 5/7 flyer, here's a 5/7 reach. Or that's a 5 power flyer, here's a 5/7 reach. So this guy's not going to attack, because he'll just get eaten by the spider. So, we are on the stalemate plan. Me and my opponent. Just chilling here for an hour. I'll get a meteor golem. We'll just get a Doomblade on a stick twice in a row. Alright. Opponent is a little salty. They're just gonna scoop him up now. There was not a lot to come back from that, but there's always something in Momir. Opponent did not want to see if there was any chance there. They were just like, nope, I'm out of here. My opponent's a luck sack. Which is accurate. That was super lucky. Alright, now I've gotten intensely unlucky because apparently I'm Gideon, and Gideon's the worst character. Alright, I'm Teferi now, that's okay. Never mind. Gideon left, everything is fine. I really, really hope somebody dies in this final battle with Bolas on Ravnica coming up in the storyline. Because it does not really feel like there's a lot of stakes in the battles between the Gatewatch and Bolas, because they keep being like, well, because this plane's gonna get destroyed, or this plane's gonna get destroyed, but it's like, yeah, but it's just a bunch of random characters nobody knows about, you know? I mean, if it were in reality, that would be really high stakes. I mean, that's a lot of people will die if the Gatewatch fails, but like, the Gatewatch keeps being fine, even though millions died on Amonkhet, or however many. Probably just thousands. Could the Gatewatch stop being fine all the time? That would be cool. Alright, so they got a 2/3. Whenever it attacks or blocks, we both draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and send my 4/2 in. I'm fine trading for that, because then maybe next turn my lifelink guy can get through without getting blocked, but the odds of them getting a 4-mana card that shitty are not very high, but we'll see. Also helps me keep the board more clear, which I usually like to do. I like to try to keep things as far from stalemate as possible. It just happens in Momir all the time, no matter what. So they got a Hostage Taker, one of the best 4-mana cards, because it destroys whatever they want. So my lifelink guy was going to die anyway. We got a 4/5, which is nice. It is fine on this board. Let's see what my opponent gets. Dude, my opponent's username is literally just Innistrad. I'm getting fought by the best set of Magic. Innistrad is not actually my favorite set, but Innistrad's a lot of people's favorite. It's definitely one of the best. My opponent got a Deadeye Plunderers, which probably isn't gonna... Actually, no, that getting a treasure is actually pretty sick. They could just skip next turn. That way, turn 7, they play an 8-mana card. That's pretty good. I guess it depends on what I get here. I mean, if I get Demon Lord Bells and Luck, they don't have to worry about anything. But if I get something super scary, they'll probably still just play a 6-drop and not dirtle around with any treasures. We got something scary. We got Vivectus Asmati. Vivectus Asmati, definitely one of the cards that I would say is near impossible to beat. So I'm going to send this 4/5 in because I'm completely fine with trading it for one of their 3/3s. Because when you have Vivectus on board, if you can get it down to them only having whatever they play each turn, there's literally no way for them to win. Because this creature Every time it attacks, I get to destroy one of their permanents and one of my permanents. So it's like, if they just play a thing every turn, I just destroy whatever they play every single turn, and then they just accomplish nothing for the whole game. Meanwhile, I still get to play stuff. Like, Vivectus is stupidly good. And we got a 7/7. The game's basically over. I'm going to destroy my 2/2 to get more mana. So their only solution is to hit a Meteor Golem or another Hostage Taker, something that kills Vivectus immediately. Anything else, no matter how good it is, will just die. Even if it's literally indestructible, because I make them sacrifice the permanent. Even if it's freaking Zakama. I'm like, well, goodbye, Zakama. You don't have the mana to pay 9 to make Zakama and pay 6 more to kill Vivectus immediately. If you did, that would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might as well go for 9 now, I guess. Might get a Zakama. If not, getting a land back with the 6/6 is fine, or just the Hexproof guy is fine. Let's get rid of... I guess we're getting rid of a land. Get rid of their Polyraptor. I'll let them ramp up. Does not really matter. So, yeah, pretty sure they're dead, even if they get a flyer, as I've said before. The flyer's just gone. I should have attacked with my trample guy as well. Then they'd be down to 4. Or they'd be down 4 more life, so they'd be down to... They'd be down to 2. But it does not matter. Because Vivectus is basically unbeatable. Here comes your boy. Let's go ahead and kill their indestructible card just because we can. That's how stupid Vivectus is. Alright, well, that was not really a game. That was Vivectus showing up and being like, hey, which Elder Dragon do you think is the best? Let me show you who's actually the best. Nicol Bolas fans. There's a bunch of Arcades fans out there. I don't think Vivectus is really that popular at all. It feels like everybody's all about Arcades and Bolas, and some people are about Chromium. And then Palladium Ores and Vivectus, just like nobody gives a shit about. It's kind of weird. Vivectus seems actually pretty freaking good. Chromium, or like, Chromium's okay. Chromium's kind of neat. Palladium Ores is just really not that interesting. That's the one that has hexproof until it does damage. So you can play it as like a I forget what it's called, but you know, like a commander that you... A Voltron commander, where you're just like assembling all these pieces and just attaching all kinds of shit and auras to it until it's super massive and has stuff that says like protection from everything, indestructible, whatever, and then you can swing in, because then it doesn't matter that it doesn't have hexproof anymore, because it's just going to kill everyone to commander damage. So like, I mean, it's cool as a Voltron commander, but other than that, Palladium Ores is pretty bland to me. So I'm not a fan of my 2-drop. It's a 1/2 that I have to pay mana to give extra power, and you're almost never going to take time off to pay mana for anything, so it's just a 1/2. At least there's a 1/1 on the board, so it's relevant. Like, it can block their 1/1. So that's cool. But not very excited about it. My 3-drop is kind of the same kind of thing. The Dev Champion is a really bonkers card in Limited. But in Momir, it doesn't really do anything. You're very rarely in a position where you're willing to tap a bunch of creatures to make this guy really big. And even then, he's probably not going to be big enough to get through a field of like a whole bunch of creatures. That's the big problem, is both of us will have a whole bunch of creatures, So I don't want to tap all my dudes, and also, even if I do tap all my dudes, he probably won't be as big as, like, all their creatures combined. Or even many of their creatures, you know? Like, I have to tap 8 creatures to make this guy on par with, like, most of the 8 mana cards, which we'll get to relatively soon. Whereas I won't have 8 more creatures that soon. I'll discard an island. Skyrider Patrol seems okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good, actually. Definitely for late game. Like, later when I have, like, 8 or 9 mana and I've got a really big ground creature, it's probably okay to just play a smaller creature that turn and then pay the 2 other mana to make my giant creature flying. That seems pretty good. I'm not going to block that. I'll go ahead and play this forest so that I know I have the mana for the patrol's ability. I think next turn I'll use the ability. That way I get to use all my mana still. And also avoid playing a Demon Lord. And I got a really good 5-drop, so I'm very happy I did that, because it's a 3/3 first striking flyer. So I can get them to stop attacking with their flying creatures for a moment. I think next turn I'm going to put the counter onto the 2/3 itself. That way both of my creatures are bigger than their flyers. Or both my creatures win in combat against their flyers, more importantly. So they got a Grun, which is pretty good. I don't know why they're swinging in here. I got a Grun, or they got a Grun, which is pretty good. That attacks as a 10/10. So if they do that, I'll block with my 1/2, because screw that guy. So I will play a 4-mana card. I actually need to pay the... Wait. It's not auto. Okay, good. It auto-paid the right way. Alright. Yeah, I was just making sure that it paid the right way, so I didn't have to, like, click cancel and do it myself. We got an Ariel Knight of Windgrace, so... I could actually just not play cards at all in a little bit and just start using exclusively abilities. If I really wanted to. Oh, it can't put a counter on itself. Well, that's a little awkward. Should I just make my flyer bigger then? I forgot it couldn't put a counter on itself. Could make my flyer bigger, could make Ariel bigger. I think I'd just make my flyer bigger then. Probably should have attacked with the Skyrider Patrol, because it's not going to block anything, but was not going to attack with my 4/4 flyer, because I want it to block their flyer. Alright, tap X, untap Knight's Control, destroy a creature with power X or less. I have one Knight, other than Ariel. Okay, so they got a 4/6 on the ground. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I could spend 3 to make a Knight, 2 to use the ability. Or I could make a 7 mana card, or I could make a 5 mana card and give some +1/+1. I don't think I care about the counter anymore, actually. Let's just make a 7 mana card. Excuse me, very sorry about that. I have recorded 3 videos in a row now, I think, and I did not bring a water. So my voice is starting to get really mad at me. Should have brought a water into here. So I got a Chromium, which is sick. So I will go ahead and attack with the 4/4 flyer. It can get through for some damage. And yeah, they're in a really bad spot next turn. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus I could do, I guess, 4 more, or 5 more. I could attack them for 18 flying next turn if I want. They do have a flying blocker, so they wouldn't die immediately to that. Alright, they're going for 8 mana. They got a Verdant Force, that's a pretty big problem. But I am hoping I can outrace that with my flyers. And I think in order to try to outrace that with my flyers, I will save 2 mana this turn to give another thing flying and swing in. And I think that will be Ariel, because it has Vigilance and it's the biggest creature I got. So let's go ahead and tap this. So we're going for 6 mana? That's a little awkward. I don't want to Bells and Lock myself, because I'm very certain I can win this game. So I can do 5 mana, but then I don't use all my mana. I guess we're doing 5 mana, because I'm sorry, I just really don't want to Bells and Lock myself right now. Alright, well that that was an exceptionally good drop. My god. That was like perfect. Alright. They might even just be dead right now because of that. They take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah! 1 more damage. If I had attacked with that Skyrider Patrol that other turn when I should have, they would be dead right now. But instead, they'll die next turn. It's like really likely they'll die next turn. But I because of that misplay earlier where I didn't attack with the Skyrider when they were tapped out, I gave them another turn to possibly get something that would have killed me here. Or, you know, if their board were a little bit better, that earlier misplay could have killed me because they could have had a board that would kill me on the crackback here, you know? So I think it is important to acknowledge that I messed up earlier, and it could have mattered a lot. It just did not end up doing that. Alright, so we're going to block like that, take 3. And then we'll kill them. Alright. I don't know how many that's been. My mind's not working super hot right now. That's 4 wins and 0 losses. Can we 5-0 twice in a row? Spoilers if you haven't seen the last Momir. But I did. Can we do it again? That would be a sick record for today. My current record today is 5-1 and then 5-0. So I guess since I'm 5-1, 5-0, 4-0, my current record is 14-1. That's pretty nice. However, yesterday's record was really bad, but I had to do a computer system reboot, so those files are not getting uploaded. They are gone into the void. Yeah, yesterday, just for the record, there are some lost recordings that aren't getting uploaded, so you don't think I'm like the Momir champion of all holy gods. Yesterday, I did record, I think, 2 Momirs, and I went 0-2, and then I think 2-2. Today has just been on point, though. Alright, so I'm going to start with a 2-drop. Kite Sail Freebooter. Well, doesn't do much of anything, but it has flying, and I get to see what lands they have. They got a bunch of mountains and swamps. This is important information. Now we know that they don't have islands, guys. They're not playing blue. No counterspells. Alright. Let's see what my opponent does. Got a 3-mana card coming. Alright. We've got a 3/2 homunculus over there. Alright then. Very nice artwork on that higher blade there. Pretty sick. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them for 1 with my flyer because my 1/4 can block that guy really easily. This ability is never gonna happen. We don't cast any spells here in Momir. And it's super unlikely I'll ever have 2 artifacts out. And if I do, it's super unlikely I'll want to sacrifice both of them to draw a card. Because if they're treasure tokens, I will most definitely want to use them for mana. And if they're creatures, like, that would be like, I'll sacrifice 2 3/3s with trample to draw 1 card. Probably not going to happen. So yeah, opponent has a decent start, but I got pretty lucky in having a 1/4 to just shut that off, basically. Their start is not nearly as scary thanks to him. Especially if I get a 3/3 or larger here, then they will just still not be in a good attacking position. And I got a 3/5 Flying Vigilance, so they are definitely still not in a good attacking position. Also, Arcades is super, super good. All that matters on this card, basically just pretend the only thing that it's in the text box is Flying and Vigilance. Don't pay attention to the rest of that. All this down here, that's just flavor text. But yeah, 3/5 Flying Vigilance, super good in Momir. Anything with flying is good. So it's just like, the better the flyer, just like on a base stats level, like in terms of does it have some random combat ability that matters, like it just gets exponentially better the more random combat abilities and stuff it has. And this is a 3/5, so that's already good flying stats, plus it has vigilance, so that just makes it really, really good. If it's like a 4/4 flyer, but like has some kind of crazy like ability that matters for constructed, like when you cast this spell, it's like whatever, man. You know, like all this defender stuff doesn't matter. It's just about how good is the flyer at a base stats level, alongside like keyworded combat abilities. I don't know why I went on such a giant tangent of just a really loose way of trying to explain that Arcades is very good, even though all the defender text doesn't matter. I don't know, I think I'm going insane. This is going to be the last Momir video that I record today. You guys are going to get these split out once a day, because I don't want to like spam people's sub boxes or whatever. And also that way, I can record when I actually have the time, and then on, you know, days when I don't have time to do this, I can still be uploading, you know? It just works out well for me. So they got a Lena, which, it's always a feel bad when you get Lena because all of your creatures are tokens, so she doesn't make any 1/1s, but her ability can still sometimes be okay. However, my opponent has nothing but 3-power creatures, so her ability doesn't do anything. So that was a very bad draw for my opponent. I'm so confused. What's happening right now? Are they just mad, so they're just doing weird stuff? Alright. Cool. Well, I'm gonna play a 5-drop so I don't die to a Demon Lord, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win this game. They just decided to destroy 2 of their creatures. Lena and their homunculus. So that was pretty nice. So many weird things happen on Magic Arena. I cannot I cannot contemplate this stuff anymore. This is too much Momir. I gotta get off after this video. So the reason that I laughed when they clicked on their Momir is because I was just like imagining they're just like using the right click to look at it closer, just like, what is it? Let me, I'll attack with it. Like if you click on Lena outside of combat, that would be clicking to use the ability, so you could just like sack it. So that's one of the few things that might actually win them the game, because they gave all their dinosaurs haste, and they got the biggest dinosaur in the game. So that's a 14-14. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Dude, do I just lose to that? I attack for 4 flying next turn. Oh my god, I think I just lose to that. Because it had haste. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so they have 3 blockers. The most damage that they can stop would be 4, 8, they can stop basically all the damage. And then crack back and kill me with that freaking 14-14. This sucks. Oh my god. After they just destroyed 2 of their own creatures for no reason, I'm going to lose. Alright, 7-drop. You gotta get me there. You gotta. Just it has to happen, man. 7 power haste flyer. Well, that is not that. So 10. So with Sai, the Brontodon, and the Monstrosaur, I can block 15 of that. Wait, my stuff deals damage equal to its toughness now, so I'm hitting them for 7 in the air. So I only need to get 3 more damage in. So if they block there, there, and there, I only get 1 more damage in, man. It's not enough. Okay, I'm going to hit them with just Arcades, because that still leaves them dead to 1 more attack from Arcades. So all I need to do is find a way to survive this combat while keeping Arcades and my Brontodon on the board. However, this could end really poorly if they get a flyer. I think if they get a flyer, I'm just dead. Okay, that's not a flyer, but it does have haste because they're Regisaur. How do you Regisaur into 2 more giant dinosaurs? Okay, I gotta find a way to live. I gotta find a way to live, and I don't know if I can. So I can put Arcades there. That is the most damage I can stop with Arcades and keep it alive. This is the most damage I can stop with Brontodon and keep it alive. So then, put the small dude... Those both have trample? Why does everything else have trample? So then I have 10, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 more toughness, so I can stop 16 more damage. There is 15 plus 6, there's 21 more damage. 21 minus 16 is 5, so I will be at 1. Oh my god. So we're going to stop 14 of this damage. So I stop 14 of that damage. I take 1. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit, guys. Oh, am I going to win at 1 life? I think I'm going to win at 1 life. If they didn't sacrifice 2 of their creatures for fun, I would have lost this game. Oh my god, we did it. We did it! Exact lethal. Exact seize. And my last turn combat was played really well too, because I realized Arcades plus Brontodon means all I gotta do is hit him with Arcades this turn, then Arcades next turn. I was considering just attacking with all my flyers again, but if I would have done that, I would have died. That was insane. But we did it, guys. We did it. 15-1 today. That's 2 5-0s in a row. Let's go. Let's check out what we got in the rewards, and then I'll head off for the day. Oh, we got a mythic and a rare. We got a Dire Fleet Ravager and the first eruption. Just gonna pull jank like that, man. That's how today's gonna end. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching. I don't actually care that much about what I pull, because I don't play a whole lot of Constructed. Thank you all for watching. That was a crazy day. I will see you all for more Momir soon, and Ravnica Legions soon. Goodbye.